Hey guys, press the bell icon to never miss a video from POPxo Daily.
I love going on dates. But first dates can be a bit awkward. I mean, one of those times when you're leaning in for a kiss, but your date has other intentions. So I'm going to be telling you guys my top 5 most embarrassing first dates. Trust me, when I'm done, you're going to feel a lot of compassion for me. So here it goes. So let's start with number 5. 5 being the least embarrassing. So this one time I was being set up on a date by my bestie. I think it was a second or third cousin. Anyways, when the date was going really well, I decided to message my bestie saying, "Thank you so much, he's amazing. I think I'm gonna marry him." And instead of sending it to her, I sent it to him. Oh my god, I'm still embarrassed. I spent the next half of the date maintaining zero eye contact with the guy and being all awkward. This was 5 years back. I mean, if I think about it, I would have handled this way better now. Who knows, maybe we could have gotten married. Such pretty kids we would have had. Okay, so now time for number 4. It was with this guy I kind of knew in college and we met like 5 years later. He asked me out and he was like, 6.5 to 7. But the date was great and he was dropping me back home. It was one of those nights where I thought it would lead to something. So he stops the car kind of aage, like, not really at my house, but a little aage. And I see him lean towards me. What does leaning mean? Tell me guys, what does leaning mean? So obviously I close my eyes and I go a little aage like that. And after a second and a half, I kind of felt nothing was happening. And I find him staring at me like I'm some creep. And he says, "I don't know what you were thinking, but I was just going for my wallet on the dashboard." Shit, he clearly wasn't into me. I mean, from a 7, the date went to a -0.5. I'm so embarrassed. Now, time for number 3. It was with this guy I met on Tinder and we decided to go on our first date for a movie. Please note guys, never ever go for a movie on your first date because you can barely see each other, you can't talk, and personally when I go for a movie, I like to eat loads of junk food and a big glass of Pepsi. But this time, because obviously first date and all, I decided to skip the junk food and still go for my Pepsi. And while I was watching the movie, he asks me some random question about some actor in the movie. And while watching the movie, and like I leaned towards his ear to respond, and like I was just like this close to his ear, but instead of words came out this burp. And it wasn't the subtle girly. I mean, it was so loud, I think the couple in front turned back to see what dropped. So 2 minutes later, I didn't know what to do. And I ended up cracking a joke. I said that, this happens because why fart and waste when you can burp and taste? Oh my god. I mean, I don't know why I do this. I think 5 minutes after that, he just told me he has some emergency and he left. It was really embarrassing. I think after that, every time I go for a movie, I never go for So now time for number 2. I remember being on a date at Royal China, my favorite restaurant, and the food was really amazing. We were having a great time. When suddenly while we were talking, I saw him get very nervous while this guy was coming towards him. And I asked him, I said, "Who is he?" And he said, "That's my boss." I told him to relax, not like you were supposed to be working, right? He didn't say anything and suddenly the boss came and he introduced me. He said, "Pleasure to meet you." He was very sweet. I swear I had the right words at the tip of my tongue, but I ended up saying, "I'm Ragini Kapoor, I'm pleasure." I mean, who says that? The boss obviously looked at me like I'm some creep and nodded and walked away. But he must be thinking I'm the special pleasure kind of date, And you know, because I love Royal China, I keep going there and I keep seeing him on a regular basis. I mean, he always has that weird expression, the same awkward expression when he sees me. I don't know why this happens to me. Now, time for the worst first date. So I was at this guy's house and it was one of those perfect days. Everything was going fine. Things were definitely progressing. We were holding hands. When suddenly, I felt my tummy turn, you know. I think it was definitely the momos we had before. And it just suddenly started to escalate. Yeah, the turning went like faster and faster and I just had to go to the loo. Anyways, I walk up, I go to the loo, do my business. And suddenly, as soon as I touched the flush, I realized there is no water. There was no water in his stupid loo. I really didn't know how to hide stuff that was there in the pot. But anyways, I took loads of tissues and I just like dumped it in. And I really prayed that he wouldn't use the loo after me. Anyway, the date ended and he told me he'd call me and we'll meet again. But the minute I woke up the next day, I saw a text from him. And it said, "Do you know a good plumber?" And with the tongue sticking out smiley. Oh my God, I was so embarrassed. I blocked him that second. So guys, if you too have some really embarrassing first date stories, please share with us in the comment section below. It really will make me feel a little less bad about myself. And for more such videos, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to POPxo Daily. And if you want some really cool merch like this, please check out POPxo's shop. The link is there in the description below.